Hi, I hope you've been enjoying our little blog on metric units and conversions. So today we're going to have a look at some other units, but as a little starter, I've decided to bring up maybe a new way of looking at things. Rather than looking at the arrows, I've decided to draw some columns. So a quick reminder, the metric system has been about since Napoleonic times and is based on our decimal numbering system, where our numbers work. A reminder that we always convert by power of 10. So going up 10, 100 or 1,000, or if you're looking for smaller units, down in tenths, 100ths and 1,000ths of the base unit. But rather help us, I've drawn 7 columns, and you can see the middle one I've decided to do there in a nice red colour. So it gives a little idea of how we do it. The table will show you how to convert between units successfully. The middle one holds the basic unit, and the larger ones to the left, and the smaller ones to the right. So we've been looking a lot at distance, so I've decided to use this one as my example. The metric basic unit is the meter, so I've put that one in the middle. It's our usual base unit for measuring things like the height of a door, say, for example, or the length of corridors at school, or even the length and width of our rooms. The larger unit, okay, is kilometers. Now, 1,000 meters make a kilometer, so therefore I've separated by 2 columns. It's 3 columns away, because 1,000 meters make 1 kilometer. We measure kilometers for distances like between cities, or along the motorway, or possibly from the Earth to the Moon, as those people that were really keen last time will hopefully remember. It's about 400,000 kilometers from Earth to the Moon. On the other one, we're using a very small unit, that's our millimeters. Now, I know that 1,000 millimeters make 1 meter, so again, separated by 2 columns, it's 3 columns away to the right. So things like the coin or diameter of a screw would be the thing that I would use millimeters to measure in. And I'm going to put centimeters in there, and they're in that column because 10 millimeters make 1 centimeter and 100 centimeters make 1 meter. So that's why it's there on grid. And we use centimeters for things like width of depth of a washing machine, maybe the height of a table, or even the width of a shelf. So don't worry about the empty columns. They're just there to help us. So step number 1 is we're going to write the original measurement onto the table. And the question I've given you is how to convert 32 centimeters into millimeters. Well, I'm going to write it on. So you'll see there that with the centimeters, there they are. That's where we're starting. And I happen to know that the 2 of 32 goes under that column. And therefore the 30 is 10 lots of centimeters. So it goes in the adjacent column. 3 and 2 on the centimeters line make 32 centimeters. Step 2 is, when I think about decimals, I'm always going to put a little dot, like a full stop there, to the right of the target unit. That tells me it's the end of the units that I'm interested in. And there's the decimal place. And lastly, we might need to put some zeros in to make some adjustments. And there we are. There it is. So the answer to my question, what is 32 centimeters in millimeters? The answer is 320. I can also go in the other direction by changing my 32 centimeters into meters. So in that instance, same rules apply. I'm going to start here looking at the original measurement into the table, as I did before. 2 in centimeters, 3 tens goes next door to make that 32. But I'm now moving to meters, so the decimal point goes to the right of the unit, M for meters. And there's the meters, and there's the decimal point. Again, I fill in with zeros as required, but rather than putting it at the end, this time it needs to go at the beginning, because we can't have nothing in front of the decimal point. So now looking at my answer, I can see it's 0.32 meters. So that's using the grid method there to find the answers to my conversions. We shall also be looking today at grams, kilograms, and milligrams on the middle line, and the capacity units there for milliliters, centiliters, and liters. Feel free to rerun there if you're not sure, and let us know how you're getting on in the comments.